Good morning. I'm struggling to be awake today. This is Dewey. There was a request for him to be here. Thanks for the coffee. And I got a cup of coffee. Don't you get up, Dewey. Don't you get up. You gotta stay here. People need dogs now. More than ever. Okay, but hang on. Oh shoot. I gotta juggle this. Sorry, coming back. Good morning. I think this is week 5. How's everybody doing? Today it has uh, been really lazy thus far. These are about the first words I've said, mostly. And it seems to be a sunny morning in Los Angeles. You know, just now Dewey wants to get up. How dare he? Yeah, just I've been really allowing myself to sleep in, which has been great. I'm happy to see your little text. um, it's been a decent week over here. You might have seen we've been doing a little Yuri. No, Dewey, come here. Come here. Oh, he wants to get out. We have been doing a little bit of teasing. Oh, yay! Of a project we're working on. The team and I have been hard at work for the last, well, mostly Yuri and me a little bit have been writing for the last couple of weeks. And then the team and I this past week have started trying to shoot a little something in the Binge universe to explore what it's like to be quarantined with an eating disorder. So we've been working on that, which has been fun and hard and kind of stressful because my technology is really old and bad and I am not good at it. And so, well, exactly, yeah, it's a lot of like Zoom captures and like trying to like shoot on my phone and being bad at it and having to redo it over and over again. But we're moving forward. And I think we've got some really fun stuff. And so we're sort of prepping that. So if anyone's got any interest in, we want to, we're going to, our goal is to do three like 15 to 20 minute episodes that we'll release over the next, maybe month and a half, technology pending. And so if you're interested in helping us spread the word and, getting the word out, DM me on the Binge of the Series Instagram and we'll get you ready and raring to go. But enough about that. Dewey, come here. Come here. Okay, I want to flip so you can see. He is like, get me out of here. Oh, there's the gross laundry. How's everyone doing? How's this week been? What are folks dealing with? I know for me, I am like my like emotional responses to things. I have a much more my anxiety like spirals are longer. I think because there's so much and so little going on all at the same time, it's just like a perfect storm of letting my brain go over and over and over. Oh, that's a great question, Luca. Does anyone have experience doing therapy via Zoom with the privacy aspect? That does seem awfully, um, that's hard. That sounds really hard. Oh, doing it in your car. That's a good idea. Um, I mean, Yeah, that's a really good idea. I was gonna say I don't know if there's like an outdoor bench or something. Yeah, I guess it depends what the weather is like around you. Um, my there and I stuck with call. Oh, that's hard, Julia, that you're still out working. Oh yeah, a white noise machine. That's a great idea. Oh, a white noise machine outside. That's a really smart idea. Um, Yeah, that's hard because you do want that privacy and you do want to feel really safe to sort of say everything and vent. And maybe you have some things you want to say about your roommates. It's hard to be in the same space with anybody, regardless of how much you enjoy them for this long. Dewey. Dewey's sick of being in the same space with me right now. Um, Group chat. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. White noise machine outside the door. I wonder if also, depending on what the weather is like where you're at, maybe your roommate might be like open to taking their daily stroll um, during the time that you have therapy. I don't know if that's something that might be able to be figured out or agreed upon. And then maybe if they wanted to have like like a personal conversation with their mom or boyfriend or whatever, then you could take a little stroll during that time. Maybe you can trade off like having some space. It's hard. It's hard to get space right now, and it's a. I'm an extrovert, but I'm also realizing like how much it's how nice it is to have the house to yourself from time to time. Um, what else is going on? What else can we kind of troubleshoot or support this morning? Um, yeah, which is hard. Yeah. Hard to. Oh, well, Emma, I mean, there's a lot to really applaud yourself for on staying sober. That's a really big deal. And, maybe it's just been a week where it's been a little bit, recovery is like this. And maybe you've just sort of hit a little bit of this, which means that you're about to move back up, right? Um, it makes sense that during times of stress or anxiety, we go to old behavior patterns that have helped us in the past or have helped us survive in the past. And it makes sense that our first response is to use those again. But now you're aware that you're using them, and so that you can mindfully start to practice the tenets of recovery, start to use meal planning and self care and all of the tools in your book to get back on that upswing and to take care of yourself the way that you deserve to take care of yourself. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, this reality is really hard and really weird. Um, a thing that sort of I'm finding helpful, I don't know if it's helpful for you all, is to remind myself that, like, this is a pandemic. There's a very real virus out there, and we're doing everything we can to stay inside and to sanitize and to wipe things down. But we can also do things to make sure our immune system is strong, and that is to nourish our bodies in a way that is sustained and appropriate for our shape. Um, to make sure that we're drinking enough water, to make sure that we're getting enough sleep. So even if you like can't practice your recovery for you, perhaps you can practice your recovery to like help stop the spread of the virus. Um, and yeah, I mean, um, let's see. Um, you know, I and that's an interesting question. I just remind myself, shape is not an indicator of health, and that there's a lot going on with every person's body that we don't know about, and so you might perceive their shape in one way, but perhaps they have an autoimmune thing going on. Perhaps this, perhaps that, perhaps that's what they're key places. Instead of focusing on the shape, I wonder if you can sort of tune into, am I responding to what this person is giving me? Um, and if ultimately you find that person's presence triggering, then maybe it's not the best. Maybe it's not the best fit for you, and it would be better to find somebody who seem to be a better match. Now that we're doing everything online and through Zoom, you could also turn off the video component and take that out of therapy altogether. Um, I mean, I think it would make it a little bit more challenging, perhaps, because there's a lot that we can learn by seeing faces, reactions, and stuff like that. But if you're finding shape to be triggering, that could be, I don't know, an option. I missed a bunch of chats that came up. Um, it sounds like she might not be a fit. It sounds like she might not be a fit. I wonder if there's a way to get a different one. It sounds like your intuition is speaking up and saying, I'm not, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm not picking up what she's putting down. Dewey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's hard though. The therapist search can be really, really hard. Yeah, it is hard to do right now. Absolutely. Um, yeah, let's see. Shay, I think, yeah. Struggle with this. Even folks who haven't struggled with this in the past, I think there's going to be a lot of anxiety and fear about going back into the world, and it's completely understandable. For one, this is scary. For two, we don't know what the new normal is going to look like. And we get really used to, humans are incredibly adaptable, which is great. Um, but it can be really hard. So we're now used to this, like, being home, being indoor, doing the same thing sort of every day, and changing that. I think we're gonna all feel growing pains. I know I've had a little bit of like weird panic where I'm like, yeah, I want the world to start back up again, but also that floods me with a little bit of anxiety because there's something kind of nice about having no real obligations. I mean, I'm still working mostly, but there's something kind of freeing about it. So I have a feeling that it's going to be tough for a lot of folks. And that perhaps, there's a way that we can all do it kind of slowly and gently. Yeah, I think it's weird. This is uncharted territory for so many people. If anyone has recommendations of support services or support forms or articles dealing with sort of the fear of leaving the house, fear of going outside, I think that would be great to have some support materials that have to do with that. I that's an area that I haven't really struggled much in the past, but I know a lot of folks do, and I would love to get you all some support materials about that. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, it's a very real thing. It's a very real thing that a lot of folks are struggling with. So I would love to, yeah, if anyone has any resources or suggestions for that kind of anxiety, much appreciated. Um, Dewey, dogs help with anxiety. Come here. Come here. Okay, let's show you. There he is. What are you worried about, Dewey? What have I been up to keep myself busy? Well, I'm still working. I'm still teaching. And then I mentioned at the beginning of this chat that we're putting together a little mini series, binge and COVID. So I've been trying. My back, having a lot of internet problems too. Um, I'm not sure if I cut out on your end, but I definitely cut out on my end. Ooh, I'm breaking out. Okay, great. Um, anyway, staying busy with work and different creative projects. Everybody has different ways that they respond to to trauma like this, a lot of people, some people shut down, some people cry, some people bake, some people do this, some people do that. I have a tendency to like take on maybe more than I should. That's sort of my way of dealing with uncertainty, is to like overschedule, overcommit. So I've been pretty busy, uh, but that's kind of like how I move through the world. It's not right or wrong. It's just my brand of whatever. I saw some support. Come here, do. I saw some support suggestions. Yeah, yeah, Ashley, totally. Um, and coloring. I love to color. Yeah, short little walks. That sounds lovely. Hey, baby. Hmm. The internet keeps cutting out. This is really frustrating. I'm really sorry, you guys. Um, yeah, pre-made grocery lists and like doing some like visualization before going, I think can be helpful. Like, okay, this is what it's going to be like, and I'm going to walk through this aisle, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab this, turn the corner, grab this, do that. It could also, it might be helpful to like listen to a podcast that you really like while you're going, or listen to music that you find soothing, or even like be on a phone call with, someone you enjoy. um, those things could be helpful in making that process maybe a little bit more tolerable. If anybody has other suggestions, please chat them. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's great, Megan. Yes, old podcast. That's a great note, Jason. Not listening to the ones that talk about the pandemic. Yeah, that's a good clarifying point, because that would be very stressful. Oh, that's hard. That's really hard, Amanda. Is there a way that you can talk about that with a nutritionist, or with your doctor? Because yeah, that seems legitimately incredibly difficult. Um, And, I guess just keep reminding yourself that you've done work on your recovery, and that even if this surgery kind of messes with your process in the meantime, that work is still there, and that you can go back to it when things, you know, pick back up and become a little bit more normal. But I really feel for you, and I and all of that mumbo jumbo. But that does sound very stressful. And I wonder if, there's a way to talk about like what soft foods or like liquid shakes you can use to get all the nutrients, because to recover, you want to be well nourished so that your body is, working at top capacity. Um, yeah. Yeah. That sounds really stressful, Luca. Um, does anybody have any suggestions? Oh, it's hard when there's like when you add a sort of medical element to recovery, right? It gets really confusing. Oh, it's a hard time. A cheap blender. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know where you are, but sometimes there's like a Facebook Marketplace or something like that you might be able to find one close by. Yeah, that's great, Jason. I found that for myself too in recovery, that it's kind of a back and forth. Like, it's not perfect, right? I'm like, am I overthinking this meal? Maybe. Am I? Yeah. It's constantly balancing like mindfulness and like over mindfulness, but with the goal being that your life can take up more of your brain space, and your eating disorder can take up less. Oh, cool. Five Things with Lynn Hirschberg. I've never heard of that podcast, but I'm gonna look it up. Um, oh, cool. That's great, Jared. Look at all these resources. Fabulous. Fabulous. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna recommend vanilla flavored coffee. That's what I'm drinking right now. I don't know. Some people really look down on the flavored coffee, but I am all about it. Do we want to come here? You want to come be part of this? You're sitting close, but not close enough. Nice. Um, ooh, flavored iced coffee. That sounds delicious. You know, if you all feel inspired, no pressure to do this, but we have on bingetheseries.com/resources, I think it is. If you go to our main page, you can click resources. We have like an open Google forum, or like a Google spreadsheet document thing, with recovery resources. So feel free to add to it because we want a community source, um, great stuff. So by all means, hit that up and add your awesome suggestions. I'm not. I wish, like, I don't know how to start a forum page. I would love to like have a forum page where we could do this, but sort of like all the time, um, where folks could share resources. But I don't know how to do that because I'm not amazing with technology. But that exists. That resource page. I'm trying to set this phone up. That resource page exists, and when folks reach out asking for advice and stuff like that, it's nice to direct them there. So by all means, please. Oh, this is it says native Texan, which I'm not, but my boyfriend is. He gave me this Texas mug today. Um, it is not today. It is not. I think that's in the dishwasher. I've been working with this woman named Ashley Tribute. She's located in Nashville, and I found out about her through my aunt. She's an artist and began drawing body portraits during her own recovery. And she's been leading a creative self-love group, because I tend to, we who have such vivacious personalities tend to do things really intensely, right? And so while I'm in recovery for my eating disorder, sometimes my like obsessiveness and my ability to be really hard on myself comes out in my creativity. And so with her and the other women in the group, we've just been working on cultivating a more compassionate relationship with our own creativity. So that's something that I've been working on this week. It's been really interesting. Um, I'd highly recommend checking her out on Instagram, Ashley Tribute, Trabue, I believe. Dewey, come back. Come here. Come here. Um, who are you guys following online that has been good influences? There are all sorts of like stressors I find on Instagram right now. Do this, do this. Here's my stupid workout. Um, what is giving you life? Jamie, that's a great question. I was and still am. I was really nice and solid in my recovery when we shot that. So it was pretty um, disconnected from my emotional memory of being in that really tough place. Um, so it wasn't particularly triggering to do. Also, like, we shot that with like no money, very like we had just like a skeleton crew. So I was doing way more producing than I was doing acting actually on that set. So I didn't have a lot of time to like think about like what is my emotional preparation for the scene. It was just like, okay, is the shot set? Okay, let's go, 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 go. And I think that oh, thank you. I think that helped not sort of like dwell in like the past trauma of it. It also helped that it was a comedy and it was with that whole team. We're all really good friends, and it was a fun experience. Not like a, oh, remember this sad time. It was like, let's have fun and let's create something darkly comic. Oh, thanks, Jason. That was a fun shoot as well. Dewey, come up here. Let's not be sad. Let's come up here and snuggle. He doesn't want to snuggle with me. Oh well, can't win them all. Oh, yes. List your dog's Instagrams, please, everybody. That is content we need in this world. Oh, that's a great question, Carla. Do you folks have resources on moving through trauma? Um, that's that's a great question. I would love to get folks' recommendation on that. Um, Dewey, come here. We don't need to go be with your dad all the time. He likes his dad more than me. Um, oh, cute. It is really hard. It's really, really hard. Um, yeah, any trauma resources would be really fabulous. Um, oh, yes, I love Hunger for Words. Highly recommend. A cactus is a pet. Okay, I gotta let this dog out of this room because he's getting really sad. Um, um, uh, 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 um, with trauma, it's, heavy and hard. And if you can get professional support while moving through it, I would highly recommend that. I mean, I always recommend that because we're all deserving of that support. And we don't have to, and we shouldn't have to go through this life alone. Um, so I recommend that, but I would love more specific recommendations of reading materials or podcasts or activities that seem to help. Oh, cool. Therapist on TikTok. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's great to know, Shay. I don't really understand TikTok and I don't have a TikTok. So I didn't realize that that could be a support community. Um, oh, amazing. Thanks, Katrina. That's fabulous. Thanks for all of these recommendations. This is great. Um, yeah, I think whatever we can get our hands on that helps us stay sane and as healthy as possible during this time is so important. So important. Yeah, me too. Maybe I'll have to check it out. Add to, oh, there's so much I should be doing all the time, but maybe not. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Em. Great recommendations. And I think if you kind of like scroll through the video, you can see them come up. Oh, great. What Mia did next. I love that. That's awesome. Fabulous. Look at all these resources. Love it. Love it, love it. What else is up? Oh yes, I've heard of Educating Shani. I think I might have tweeted with her. I think it's a her. Once, maybe. I can't remember. I think so though. Um, how's everyone doing with sleep? Is sleep happening? Is drinking a lot of water happening? Those are really good things we can do to help our bodies stay in line. Oh, sleep is canceled. Fair. Well, we can't always control, but water we can. Everyone, you have to immediately after you get off this chat, drink 1 glass of water, okay? Mom says. So much sleep. Yeah, it seems to be either one way or another. I personally feel like I can't ever get enough sleep. Like I got like 10 hours last night and I'm like I could immediately fall back asleep. And I might. Because why not? What's the line happening in over? Yeah, coffee is water, right? Sometimes it feels like it, right? Just one though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone's relationship with sleep is different, and sleep reacts to stress in different ways. Some people oversleep, some people have trouble staying asleep. Sleep can be such a big stressor. There are some good sleep apps. I saw some recommend talking about sleep, but I can't stop yawning. Oh, thanks, Emma. Some good sleep apps that can be helpful would be awesome recommendations. Oh, your poor mom. Gosh, that sucks. Yeah, it's really hard that waking up in the middle of the night being stressed out and then when I can't sleep then I like stress out about the fact that I can't sleep and it's like a and it can just like seem like those hours in the middle of the night last so long. Okay, Headspace. Oh, great. Great, great, great. Ha Jason. That was a dad joke. Um wow, yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Chicken wings. I love that name. Oh, interesting. That's cool, Luca. Thanks. I might have to try some of this. I tend to listen to podcasts, but then I want to like stay up to keep listening. Um, Worry Kit. Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. Sleep stories. Oh, that's nice. EFTT. Very cool. Thanks for these are awesome resources. Really appreciate. That's awesome. Yeah, still working. I'm working from home, so I'm fortunate not to have to go anywhere, but it seems incredibly stressful to have to go into the world. Yeah. So dot T, I haven't tried this yet, but I'm excited to. Apparently, Ryan Heffington on Instagram is leading the most fun, like celebratory dance class on the internet right now, and it's free on Instagram. Oh, Christmas lights in your bedroom. I love that. My friend who's like 9 months pregnant has been trying to get me to do it with her, and I keep sort of forgetting that it's happening. But that's my goal this week. I'm gonna do a Ryan Heffington dance class in my apartment to boost my spirits. Sleep tea I saw. There is this N. Um, Sleep tea is great. Got all the sleep talk. I'm gonna fall back asleep. That's okay. Sleepy tea. Oh, that sounds nice. Um, these are great recommendations. Um, and always just practicing compassion with yourself for where you are. Ooh, vanilla. I love vanilla flavor. Mm, mm, mm. Ooh, and a bubble bath. Yes. Yes. Put some soothing music on. I've met her as well. She can help, definitely. I'm gonna plug in my phone because I'm getting low battery. Oh. Is anybody reading anything that they're really loving right now? Any books? I have now found. Good! I'm glad you found some blenders. Oh, yeah. Yeah, feeling like you've lost your creativity. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Creativity, self-expression, self-actualization is at the very top, right? And at the bottom is like financial security and roof over your head and sense of safety. And that has kind of been like ripped out from under us. And so it really makes sense that your creativity is struggling um, right now. And I always find it's interesting to like know that that's not a you problem. That's just like the reality of what's going on right now. Maybe there's a way to sort of rethink what creativity could mean for you right now. Um, Now I have a lot of trouble sitting down and like focusing on words on a page. I used to do it all the time as a kid. I loved to read, but as an adult, it's really, really hard for me. And so I listen to books mostly like when I'm doing chores around the house or doing laundry or just like laying down. It's a little bit easier for me to enjoy. Um, oh, cool. That's great. Art classes online. That's awesome. Yeah, I bet there's, oh, fun. I bet there are some free online art classes that you could probably find. Oh, watching seminars online. That sounds really cool. Um, Holly Holly Boone? I don't know her. Um, the test. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, what art classes are people taking? It is still a thing. It's absolutely still a thing, Katie. We have a video on HLG's page explaining where we're at with it. If you guys aren't subscribed to HLG's YouTube channel, if you want to, I invite you to do it because then you won't miss any of the updates. Because I don't know, YouTube is like kind of chaotic and things can get lost in there. But if you subscribe, you should get all of the updates. But yeah, you can watch that whole video about it. But oh yay! It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the community. We're currently working on a 3 episode miniseries in the Binge universe about COVID and eating disorders being inside. So be coming to your screens in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. Oh, fun! Modern classes from your basement. I love that. Yeah, I'm excited for the miniseries too. We'll see. I hope it comes together well. We're shooting it with what we've got, and I have old technology, old computer. I don't have like a fancy camera. So hopefully you'll like it. um, yeah, happy little guillotine. Yeah. Oh, ayo. I love a joke. Hmm. That's great. Yep, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be right here on HLG's YouTube channel. So that's why oh yeah, the mug will be there. I absolutely recommend subscribing because then you'll be sure to get it. But if you want to get more involved, go to Binge the Series on Instagram and send me a DM, and I'll send you sort of information on how you can get a little more involved and be like a grassroots ambassador. Mugs, 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 mugs. Mugs on mugs on mugs. Yeah, we should think of like a new mug to put out there for this. I'm gonna get on that. Well, our DP is amazing and is incredible. And so we always want things to look beautiful. And of course, we can't have a real shoot, right? Like, we have to just shoot ourselves on our phones or our computers or whatnot. So it's not going to look like we'd like it to look, right? Like, it's going to look like this because that's what we've got to use. But we're creatively trying to figure out ways to, I mean, make it fun, and I think it's coming together well. My other mug is your dad. That's funny. I like that. So stay tuned. We're working hard on it. We're hoping to have a little like teaser trailer soon. Yeah, laughs are important. I think there'll be some laughs. I think there'll be some laughs in it. It's been really fun to, work in that universe again. It's been a long journey with this show, so finally getting to live in the characters again, it's been really, really fun. Yes, me too, Katrina. It's been a journey. It's been quite a journey. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if you want to get more involved, yeah, send me a little DM. Um, that's funny. Um, and I'll tell you, you know, basically we're just trying to get as many eyes on the project as possible and like use YouTube's algorithm so that more people can get support and connect with the community. That's funny. Um, So yeah, and if anyone writes for any like publications like Salon or Refinery 29 or any cool stuff like that or public radio or whatever, that's super helpful for us as well. So whatever, we're doing what we can. Everyone's doing what they can, right? Right now I'm laying in my bed. That's what I can do. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a really challenging thing to be um, juggling and figuring out what is what. I am okay. I'm okay. I'm actually doing quite well. You have a great day as well. I'm doing quite well despite the circumstances. I'm quarantined with a great partner and a puppy, and um, have a lot of FaceTime conversations that keep my extroverted self engaged. Um, yeah. So yes. Um, Minnesota. Love Minnesota. You guys got so much snow last week. Oh God, I was getting all sorts of pictures from my family. Oh, he went to the other room, but he's like a little tiny little terrier poodly mutt. Um, little scrappy dog. Um, oh, it's melted now. Ugh, Minnesota. Well, I hope it becomes spring for real for you guys soon, because it's like the March April months that are the most brutal in that part of the country. It's just like, when will winter be over? I'm It's difficult filming anything, just like technically, it takes a lot of stuff, but not particularly like specific to mental health. I find it very cathartic and fun. But I could not have done it when I was still sick or still like in the early stages of my recovery. Like, it was really important that we started doing all of this stuff after I'd been like solidly into my recovery for a couple of years. Otherwise, I think it would have been a little much. Um, yeah. I hope it's like sunny and beautiful for everybody soon, wherever you are in the world. Um, I've got about 5 minutes before I should probably go and start my day or go back to sleep. The jury's out. Any last thoughts or things that we want to discuss or grab support about? Oh, that's great. Oh, Shay, I mean, this is so selfish to say something like this, but I was supposed to go to Ireland at the end of May for a friend's wedding, and it probably won't be happening, but um, I wish. Hey, how do you know what to share about your mental health online? I think I understand that question. Like, how do you decide how much to share? Is that what you mean? Um, I just try to use my intuition. I'm probably a more like, here's all my stuff person than most people. And if you're not that way, there's nothing wrong with you. I just I'm typing up the COVID shopping list now. Oh, that's great. Um, I just tend to be a little more like exhibitionist by nature in my personality. Um, Definitely the most sort of like comfortable being public out of my friends, probably. But yeah, I just sort of trust my intuition. Oh yeah, all the canceled plans are such a bummer. Um, how do you access that? The ambassador page, if you look up Binge ambassadors on Facebook, you can request access to it. And I'll put you in there. I'm trying to make the page a little more interactive. We started it when we were crowdfunding. Um, and I'm just, because it's just me kind of doing all the social media, like sometimes I'm really good at being really active and then other times I'm not good about it. So I apologize. I wish I had like the stamina to be like super active on it really consistently, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more on top of that. Um, that's fine. You don't have to Facebook. You don't have to. No need. Um, let's see. Is there a better place you can put it? You could put it on the ambassadors page, but you could also put it on, we have a resource, a living resource Google Doc on bingetheseries.com/resources. That could be a good place for it as well. Or if you wanted to like do a screen grab, I can post it to the Binge Instagram too. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Um, any last thoughts, pieces of inspiration you've got, things you've read this week that have inspired you or uplifted you? It's at Binge the Series on Instagram. I wonder if I can type on here. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. I'm sending good vibes your way. Thanks for being here. It's good to see your name on the screen as always. Um, oh great. Thanks, Carla. So thinking of you all, sending all of you love and light and compassion. And let's see, what should we collectively try to do 5% more of this week? Maybe 5% more rest. How about that? Let's do 5% less activity and 5% more rest. That one's a hard one for me because I tend to cope by overactivity. So that's a good challenge for me. So we're going to practice 5% more rest this week. Woo! I love you all, and we'll see you here next week. And I'm excited. Yay. Love you all. Love you all. Love you all. See you in the meantime on the interwebs at Binge the Series on Instagram, and you can subscribe to HLG to never miss an update. And yeah, mini series coming your way as soon as we can really figure out all the technology. Love you all so very much. Mwah, 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 mwah. And then I'm always like, how do I turn this off? God, my age is showing. Bye, friends.